the outside, we're going to go to the front compartment. It does have one 12-volt battery inside the box here, inverter for the refrigerator, and your level up system is mounted to the ceiling in the front compartment. That doesn't move if you hit your head against it. We're going to come back to the level up. Level up has a power up button, an auto level, a retract, and on the up and down switches you can check it at the top one and go up, and you can get into a manual mode and manually level each one of the jacks to your liking. In the front compartment on both sides there is a 30-pound propane cylinder. Should show you this too. There is controls. Instructions on the ground control 3.0 on the inside of the LP door. On your LP, the regulator up here at the top regulates the gas from bottle from side to side. There will be another bottle on the opposite side of the trailer. In the front compartment there is two manual crank handles. The one closest to us does the spare tire. The one the farthest away from us does the slide rooms in and out. Blue coiled hose hooks to your outside shower. In the front compartment here are the spray port on the opposite side of the trailer. Up at the top, the red button on the right hand side of the outside shower will turn your water pump on for winterizing. When you get ready to winterize the trailer, you'll do that all from right here. 5 different settings for the knobs: dry camping, power fill tank, city water, winterizing, and sanitation of the water system. Both lines will hook to the city water connect to fill the fresh tank or the city water connect. The black one is your black tank flush, that while you are dumping your holding tanks, which is your 3 valves down to bottom, when you have your black one opened and drained, you can hook a water hose and regulator to the black connection, and it turns a little sprayer on inside the trailer to help kind of clean out the debris from the inside. There is also a hole in the bottom of the compartment that you can bring your water hoses and your cable or satellite hookups up through, so you can actually leave the door shut on your compartment. You do have a light for the water compartment at night and a battery disconnect right down below that. The red handle is the battery disconnect. The battery disconnect keeps you from draining your batteries while you're not using the trailer. Outside of the hot water heater is next. You always want to make sure you have water coming out of the top before you turn on electric or gas. Also has an anode rod in the bottom for draining the hot water heater, but an anode rod actually draws all the impurities out of the water to it, eats up that rod instead of eating up the inside of the tank. But that is where you will drain the hot water heater. Next one back is the outside of the furnace. Sucks cold air in the back, hot air out the front. I always suggest putting a mud dauber screen over that. It does have a light for hooking up your drain system. Cap goes on just like the sewer hose would. You will pull your black handle in your water compartment first. Then you will pull both of your gray handles and let all the water come out that will come out. Then you can hook to your black tank flush with a water hose and a regulator and help finish cleaning out your black tank only. Lug nuts on the trailer have been low point drains. The red one is the hot side of the water system. The blue is the cold side of the water system. You'll use those for winterizing and dewinterizing of the trailer. That is your power cord that is 25 to 35 foot long. Lug nuts on the trailer have been torqued at 100 foot-pounds. The tires are air under pressure, which is 80 pounds on the side of the tire cold. The little black circle through the fender skirt on this side is for a manual crank handle to crank the room on the opposite side of the trailer in or out. It is prepped for a backup camera up top. Does have a lighter on the back for going up and checking the roof. Two little holes on this side of the trailer. The one in the back goes on to manually crank the spare tire down with a 3/4 inch nut and handle in the front compartment. The second hole does a slide room on the opposing side of the trailer to bring it in or out. For any reason it won't go in or out on its own. Does have a 110 outlet on the outside of the trailer that is also GFI protected by the outlet in the bathroom. Here again, the lug nuts are torqued at 100 foot-pounds. Tires are air to pressure, which is 80 pounds on the side of them cold. Big front compartment up here to the front. Magnets hold them up in place, but there is a place for another TV outlet out here and a 110 plug-in to plug it in.
That's the water thing.
The brass handle closest to us does the slide rooms. The one the farthest away from us does the spare tire. And then this other one is your last gas bottle that is regulated by the regulator on the opposite side of the trailer. You also have two outside speakers. There's more to learn about that on the stereo on the inside. One zone is the inside of the trailer, and zone 2 is your outside speakers. And that's basically everything on the outside of the trailer. The roof is the life expectancy of the trailer. Keep a close eye on the roof up on top. If it's rubber, fiberglass, or metal, the roof is the life expectancy of the trailer. That's the tour on the outside. Thank you. My name's Tim Glore. I'm going to be giving you your show and tell on the inside of the trailer. We'll start here by the door with the fire extinguisher. Then we'll come over to the table. The table has a push button on the light at the top to turn it on and off. There's storage underneath each one of the seats. Pull down shades, or slow rising shades when they come up. You have a 110 outlet behind the chair and a USB port. The two lights above the chairs have to be turned on by hand. A little push button in the center turns them on. Pull straps for the recliners are on the off door side of each one of the chairs. A 110 outlet and a USB port on either side of the couch, with lights above the couch that have to be turned on by hand. Pretty good sized storage up at the top. Pretty good sized storage above the entertainment center. TV, 52 inch flat screen TV. Remote fridge is in the cabinet. Stereo is down inside the cabinet with half inside and outside speakers. A for the auditorium on the inside of the trailer. 2 is for the outside speakers of the trailer. Fireplace is hand controlled, push buttons on the right hand side here. Convection microwave oven, 110 outlet on either side of the stove. Light switch that turns the lights on the burners on. Glass stove top, folds back up out of the way. Turn the burners to the high light position and light with the striker on the left hand side. Even on the oven, you turn it to the pilot on position, hold down on the button, hit the striker on this side here, should light on the right hand side in the oven, and then you'll dial your temperature up for the oven degrees that you want it set to. Also with that light, if you turn the button down, you have a light inside the oven. Pretty good sized drawer for pots and pans underneath that. On your refrigerator, it has an on and off button down at the bottom. To change the settings on the refrigerator, you have to unlock the lock. Then you can change the settings up on top. Then if you leave it alone, it goes back to the lock mode. Pretty good sized refrigerator on top. Plenty of room. Freezers are down in the bottom. Nice little carrying strap for travel down the road. Then you have the pantry over here to the side. Pretty good sized pantry, and it does have a 110 outlet down in the bottom of it on the right hand side. As we step around the corner here, we are up to our monitor panel system. It does have an inverter that is turned on. It's taking 13.4 from the batteries to make 110 for the refrigerator. Then we're going to come down to the battery button, test it. It shows fully charged. To get an accurate reading on the battery, have the 110 line unplugged. Then your freshwater tank is showing 2/3 of the way full. Your black tank is empty. Does not have black tank 2. Does have a galley tank, which is your kitchen sink water and your washer dryer prep. And then your gray tank 2 will be your bathroom shower and sink. The red buttons up at the top. The first one is for the gas side of the hot water heater. Turn the gas switch on. The little red button right beside it comes on. In about a minute's time, that red light's going to go off. Then the hot water heater will go through 2 lighting processes to light on gas. For any reason it does not light on gas, that little red light's going to come back on. Second red button is for the electric side of the hot water heater. It has 2 buttons, one on the outside of the hot water heater and one on the inside. For it to work, the one on the inside has to be on and in red position. The third red button is the water pump that turns the water pump on between the freshwater tank and the faucets. The third one over on the fourth one over on the side is tank heaters that are underneath the trailer, underneath the holding tanks. You'll use that in the wintertime for camping during the winter. Then the light switches down below. The first one turns the center row lights on in the living room. Second one is a safety light that is underneath the steps out here and underneath the slide room on the bedroom on the outside of the trailer. The third one is the cap lights on the front of the trailer. The fourth one is the awning lights underneath both awnings on the front side of the trailer. Slide room switches from the left to the right. The first one pulls the door side in and out. Number 2 pulls the kitchenette side in and out. And side 3 is your bedroom slide. Then you have 2 awning switches. Awning 1 is your main awning in the front of the trailer. Awning 2 is the awning that's on the slide room. That light switch right there turns the 2 lights above your pantry on. Then you have your thermostat for the air conditioner and furnace in the living room. You hit the mode button the first time, it brings you to the fan speed, which you can use your up and down arrows to change from high to low to auto. I always try to run them in the auto position. Hit the mode button one more time till you see the little snowflake off in the lower right hand corner. Then you'll dial your temperature down that you want your air conditioner set for in the living room. Hit that mode button one more time and it says furnace in the lower left hand corner. Hit the mode button one more time and it says off in the lower right hand corner. We're going to go ahead and turn that right back on. Then you have a max air fan above the kitchen's stove that is operated from this switch over here. It has an on and off button, vent open and vent close. And on that vent too, it also has a Camco cover over the top of it. Next one up is the inside of the converter box. Breaker box is marked with your 50 amp main in the center. You have an AC on either side of that. Hot water heater, GFI, water pump. This side over here, inverter, fireplace, general purpose, which is your 110 outlets, and your converter is the last. Your car fuses from this side over. The first two. LP detector, antenna, lights, slide, furnace, second slide, third slide, and monitor panel. Then you have a couple down here on the end, which is your tank heaters and two more slides. And they're marked on the lid of the breaker box. The little brown vent right below it is to let air inside to the back of the converter to keep it from overheating. The one on the steps is for your heat. The light right above me has to be turned on by hand. It is a motion censored light one way and on 24/7 the other. It does have a working smoke detector in the trailer. Light switch on the wall that turns the two lights above me on. Narrow knob in the vent in the bathroom cranks the vent up. Little black switch turns the fan on. That is also where your GFCI outlet is that protects all the outlets in the trailer. On your toilet, it has a single foot flush on the right hand side. Your showers, just like you would have at home, handles lift up, hot on the left side, cold on the right side. Does have pretty good sized storage for towels. Does have two doors to the bathroom, one leading into the master bedroom and one leading back into the hallway here. We'll step right in front of you here. We're going to go just inside the bedroom. The light switch on the wall turns the lights above the bed on. The two above the headboard have to be turned on by hand. We have another thermostat in here for the air conditioner in the bedroom. It works just like the thermostat in the living room, except for it does not have heat up here. The heat is in the main thermostat in the living room. You also have a 110 outlet on either side of the bed and a USB port on either side of the bed. The brown vent right below the 110 outlet and USB port on this side lets heat come in. The two brown vents in the ceiling let air conditioning come in from the back air. It has a pretty good sized closet up here in the front. Two more lights inside of there. You can put them to where they're motion censored or on 24/7. But it is also prepped for a washer and dryer in the left hand side of the front closet. That's your little box that the TV come in here. We did mount the TV up here at the top. Does have your power booster right above that and a 110 outlet to plug the TV into. In the master bedroom, it does have a fire escape window. Two red handles comes up, allows the window to open. Roller shades that are slow rising. Still not too bad. We're going to walk back down into the main part of the unit. It does have a 110 outlet on either side of the island. Little light switch here below that turns the two lights above the sink on. It does have a faucet that pulls out, extends, sprays, or has a steady stream of water. Here again you have left side has hot water, right side has cold water. That's basically everything about the trailer on the inside. If you have any questions, we're just a phone call away. Thank you.